Right then guys, welcome back to another video. I do apologize for the absence. I've had a couple of things to deal with. But if anybody is missing the content, like I've always said to you guys, sign up to school, $49, £38. The reason being, as you can see on screen now, the guys on school have had about 8 hours of one-to-one calls with me and content being uploaded. So if you want more content, that's how you're going to get it. Also, if you join school now, the supplements are coming out in like less than a week, and the new trench coats are going to be coming out. Again, probably going to look similar to this, but obviously a different material, and they're going to be dark green. So very high quality. We're using gabardine material. It's the best quality on the planet in terms of trench coats. I mean, usually you can search it yourself, men's gabardine trench coat. You will see that it's over £1,000, £2,000. Ours are going to be significantly cheaper. And if you're in the school community, you're going to get $200 off. And if you're in the school community, you're going to get 25% discount on all the supplements. So this video is, and all those links are below, but this video is about fashion, guys, and I can't wait to dive into this. So let's go through this presentation. I went through this with the school guys the other day. Obviously, they got a Q&A off the back of it, so that's the benefit. But yeah, we're going to go through this. I'm going to show you guys a bunch of stuff about fashion. I'm going to show you like how I decided to start dressing a few years ago, what was a real secret for me, which is reverse engineering women's outfits. The reason I did it is because I think it's for the female gaze. So I did it because I liked the clothing. Obviously, I did it because I liked the items, but I just figured, I would look through different websites, I would look through different outfits and whatnot, and I always found, whatever shop I was in as well, I preferred the female clothes. I thought the material was better. I thought the way that they would fit would be better. Not that I'm trying them on, but you see what I mean. The color combinations were better. I just thought in general women had it all figured out. So what I started doing is finding outfits that they were wearing and then reverse engineering them for men. So instead of, for example, we've got a picture on here and I'm wearing the trousers now actually. Instead of going for like white jeans, which is what one of the women is wearing, I went for like almost like an ecru cream trouser that then looks completely different. Because a woman can wear like a white skinny jean, the man has to wear like, a loose fitting trouser that just fits the leg better, and you guys will see in a minute. So it's like you take the female outfit, you reverse engineer it, you add a masculine element to it, but then you're wearing something that, a woman would have worn, colors that she would have worn, styles and materials that she would have worn. So you're dressing for the female gaze. It's something I started doing years ago, and it really, really works. So let's dive into the presentation, guys. Let's go through this. I think this is something entirely different for this channel, especially with the fashion line going live very soon. Like I say, if you want the discounts, they're in the school community now. The code's going to be changing every week. So if you leave, obviously you're going to lose them, but it's $200 off the trench coats. So unbelievable value. But yeah, let's dive in now, guys. Let's go through this. I don't think anybody really talks about this stuff on YouTube, so this should be really fun. But I've also got we're starting a podcast soon. We're going to set it up properly, like a proper podcast, but it's going to be more of a show. That's going to be exclusively on school, but I'm going to give highlights on social media and whatnot. Maybe do what I did with Sim Society, where I release one now and then. The reason being is I've always told you guys I wanted to create a show, like a Top Gear style show. And that would consist of like a podcast that's themed around a certain topic, and then challenges, and then other things. So like each show would have a topic. So if it's like me and Nomad Capitalist talking about travel, then I do Balling on a Budget, Mr. International, like an actual video where I go and travel, I have a certain budget, I can't spend over this, and it's all entwined into a show. So it's a podcast and a show. I think, you could even have multiple guests on and stuff like that at different segments within the show. It'd be like a 2-3 hour show with everything included. And I just think that's the future of podcasts. I think that's how they're going to blow. I've been thinking about this for a while. And, you could even do like a pre-recorded interview that you roll out during the show and whatnot. So it's going to be more part of like the streaming platform. It's a vision that I had years ago, but it'll be our version of a podcast. So look out for that, guys. That'll be exclusively on school. That's going to be really, really fun to start filming. So let's jump over to the presentation. Right then, guys, so you join me here on the presentation, as promised. And like I said, it's about reverse engineering women's outfits, how to dress for the female gaze, right? And it shouldn't, like I said, this shouldn't be your purpose. It shouldn't be, I'm going to dress based on what women like. I don't think that's a good idea. I think you should dress on what you like. But I like the women's outfits. Like I'll show you in a minute. I like the color combinations. I like how good they look. I like the pride that women take in their outfits. And I've always thought, like, why... I was in a store once called Holland & Cooper. And I was in there with a woman that I was dating. And I said, like, their fashion's amazing. You should come with me and have a look. So while we were in there, I was like, for example, because I got a real passion about it. I was like, for example, I was like the brown trench coat. I was like, you put this on. And I was like, I said to the guy, I was like, can I put it on just to show? And I was like, right, you put it on, you wear it like this. The owner walked past and was like, that looks good. And I was like, you should do a men's line. And then they did. And their men's line is just a normal men's line. And I was like, you've lost what I actually liked. I like the uniqueness. I like the materials being used. I like the style, but men's fashion is bland, and this is what we're going to get to now. So men's fashion issues is too replicable. There's zero thought put in, okay? We always see this. It's bland, and there's zero originality. That's the problem I had with Holland & Cooper. We're doing a men's line. Wow, if it's anything like your women's line, I can't wait to see it. It's just bog standard shit. It was just, right, brown jacket with a zip. You know, pullover with some buttons. It's just like really bog standard shit that you see in every store. We should do a men's trench coat, the exact same color that everyone else does want it. It's just like, come on, man. It lacks pride. Like, I think that, you know, men's clothing is very much just slap happy. It's just banged together. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why this happens. I'll tell you why men's fashion is frowned upon. It's because women will go into a store. Well, women spend more on fashion in general, and they spend a lot more money in general. But they also will go into a store and they will spend $400 on 30 items, right? So you can have, so the stores, the brands and whatnot, they can have these items at a low price when they create them because they know that they're going to sell millions of units. Whereas for men, it's like this coat, for example, is from AlphaTauri. It's a brilliant brand. But this coat was like £600-700 when I bought it. Then I got it tailored and whatnot. But just based on the bog standard price, it was like £700. And most men aren't going to buy that. Most men aren't going to come in and buy something like that. So men's clothing ends up being put at a really high price because we don't spend as much. We don't come in and we don't buy as much. We don't come in and buy 50 items. So everything is priced pretty high because they know that men will come in and just buy one item. So what we do, we go, what is the one item that will get me laid this winter? What is the one item that's going to make me look great this winter? Oh, it's that coat. And guys will go and spend £200, £300, £400, £500 on one item and they go, done. I've done some shopping. I've done some fashion shopping for the winter. I'm set for the winter. It's like you bought like 2 things in 3 months. So brands know this. So the only way they can get money out of men is by putting the prices a lot higher. So what you end up doing is paying like £150 for a coat that in the women's sector would have cost you like 49 or something like that. So they can experiment more. They can go and get more. And, you know, men's clothing at the bottom and middle end is trash. Like you go and pick up a blazer or a coat or something like that, you can fold it and crease it. The material is shit. Whereas when you get up to like the £700 bracket, anything around there, you know, that's when you get the quality material that's going to last. It's going to make you look of a higher level and stuff like that. But it's hard to afford that. It's hard to get up to that level. So, you know, that's why most men's fashion lacks pride because it's just hard to do. It's hard to replicate. Now, women know their bodies and they know their look. Men just wear brands. I saw guys do this when I was growing up for years where it would be like, mate, what are you wearing? And they'd be like, mate, it's Gucci. Yeah, but this is Ralph Lauren. And it was like, yeah, but it still doesn't look good on you. It doesn't suit you. I don't care what the brand is. It doesn't suit you. Women know their bodies. They know their look. And that definitely comes from having a lower price point where they can go and buy endless amount of items for cheap and experiment. Whereas for men, experimenting in fashion is expensive. You end up spending like £200-300 more than you wanted to. And I mean, the trousers I'm wearing right now, I said to the woman yesterday, what size is UK? What size in Europe is 32 waist? And she was like, it's 42. I've put them on and they're baggy. And I'm like, so I've searched it online and she was correct, but they don't fit well. And it's just like, men's fashion is expensive mistakes. Now, should I have tried it on? Probably, but I trust the person in the store that works there and does it every single day. But yeah, it's expensive. You're going to make mistakes all along the way. They might not fit. They might not have suited. They might not have been right for the outfit and whatnot. The reason I bought them, I'll show you guys in a minute, is something I'm going to start doing. I think especially for TikTok, it could be fun. Finally, men take risks where they shouldn't. So I see guys all the time wearing like lime green shoes or like a highlighter orange polo shirt. And it's just like, you don't need to take a risk there. That's not where you take your risk. Do you know what I mean? Like you can do it, but you can do it differently. it's not. I'll show you in a second. It will make so much more sense when I can show you the images. Female fashion features. The quality of materials is higher. The attention to detail is spotless. Everything down to the next up, color combinations. You know, they do everything. They go through each little detail. It's brilliant. The color combinations are very muted colors. They blend well. Men will wear like dark blue jeans with like a lime green polo shirt, and then they'll just wear like white trainers that, you know, are 5 years old and dusty. Women dress like they're at Paris Fashion Week. That's how they base a lot of their outfits. And I think men base it on, am I comfortable? Can I just walk around and not feel like shit today? Women take a singular risk, but it's brave. And we'll get to that now. So female outfits. This is the female outfit I was trying to deconstruct. So this is what I mean. I was doing this as a challenge, but I couldn't quite find the items, and I'm not just going to wing it. I'm going to wait until I can find everything. But I was going to reverse engineer this, you know, as a men's outfit, make it very masculine for the female gaze, because obviously this is something that a woman thinks looks great. So you could do this by, instead of the white trousers, you get like a cream type of trouser. Well, this is more like a jean, but you get an actual trouser, cream. I'm wearing them now. It's almost like a soft muted, so that's bright white. What I'm wearing is like a soft muted ecru kind of color. I might bring it up in editing. I got some video footage of it yesterday. But what they do very well, they go for, so this is the feminine element. Let's start here, white, feminine. Then you've got the statement piece. This is what excites me. This is the risk you should be taking, because yeah, it's a risk. It highlights, it's a little bit out there. It's a little bit, you know, ooh, this is different, but it blends. Like, it's not too bad. Whereas what a guy would do is go for bright red, and it's just like, you look like Santa Claus. It doesn't quite work. Women take these like muted risks. It's very clever. Now, what they do is they pair it up with simplicity. So black gloves, dark gray, black, a very natural look, black bag. So then this becomes the highlighted piece. So it's not too much. She could have gone, oh, red top, yellow, green, orange, loads of makeup. And then it's just like, you've overdone it. It's that Paris Fashion Week simplicity where it's like little bit of style and then everything just gets brought back into center. So it stands out, but it doesn't stand out too much. And I'm trying to reverse engineer this outfit at the moment because I think it's a difficult one. And then when I do it, I can show you guys. So I'm putting it together as we speak. And I'll do it with other items as well. I think I'll do it as like short reels and stuff like that. I think it would be cool. But it's a weapon. Honest, guys, it's a weapon. And, you know, I think women like this, I think dressing like this, I think just that, it's very down to earth. I made a video 2 years ago saying how to be attracted to 99% of women. And you guys will remember in that video, I was very much talking about like simplicity and muted colors and, you know, your blacks, your grays, your navies, your dark forest green and stuff like that, and not going outlandish. And that's what she's doing here, like all black, simplistic. And, you know, it's a lot easier to do, and you can stand out without being, like I said, outlandish. It works really, really well. And to get somebody of this quality, you're going to have to emulate that style. You're going to have to look very similar, which a lot of guys can't do. They dress like children. They look like little boys, and it's a serious problem. Something like this will not notice you. This is, you know, just 3 little combinations that I think could be broken down. This is something that women do really well. This is a perfect example. You've got dark red here, almost like bordering on a maroon. And then here, this is just blended so well. It's almost like that is definitely like a blood red, more like a purpley maroon, and it blends in here, it blends in perfectly. The way she would use like a dark colored jean, like you can, and then, you know, very simplistic here. And what a woman can do, this is what I mean by the feminine touch, she can go for white. As a man, you'd have to wear a black turtleneck there. It's the only way to really get away with it. I mean, this outfit looks like a masculine outfit. I think this is something that a man could pull off. Obviously, if the coat had different lapels and it fits slightly differently, but a man could definitely pull this off and reverse engineer it. And what you see here, like for example, you know, they know color combinations. They know what makes them look sexy but blends well and isn't outlandish. And what you've got here, you know, you've got the top and bottom black with the black hair. But then what a man could do here is get a camel coat, a white shirt, the trousers that are in this style, and then some black shoes. Like, could quite comfortably do that, could quite comfortably blend all of that together, and it would really, really work. Next up, so reverse engineering with subtle changes. So this is the outfit that we were going to break down. This is why it doesn't work. I think this guy looks shocking. I think he looks terrible. I think, yeah, he's gone for the same coloured shoes. Yeah, oh, sorry guys, let me go back, previous. So he's got the same coloured shoes and the jeans are the same, but because it's a man, it doesn't work. Exclude what's going on up here, which is terrible. This doesn't quite work as a man. It's too highlighted. It's too feminine. Works on the woman, doesn't work on the man. And then this is terrible. This is what guys do. They take risks where they shouldn't. Like, you've already taken your risk here. This is already, you know, outlandish. Just go black, black. There's no need to push it. But a guy will go light blue, dark blue. It's just like, it's too much, man. Scale it back. You've done your little outlandish move. You don't need to take it to that level. Like I said, it's too much. What we have here is like a subtler version. So the shoes are the same, and then they've changed the colour of these. Now, the ones that I've got on are creamier than that. They're a little bit whiter. They look way better. It's almost like a beige material. Like I said, I'll show you guys. This I don't think these two colours work, but you can see on a man, when you go for these darker colours, you're not going for a white jean, you're going for this trouser, you're going for dark forest green. I mean, that top is too low cut, but you've got the dark brown, the blood red and stuff like that. When you combine this sort of stuff together, it has this it has this effect more so than this. This is what guys think fashion is, like just being outlandish, standing out. It's not about standing out, it's about blending in with some subtle risks, like exactly what women do here. And this is men's fashion. Men's fashion, very bog standard. Let me get my fat head out of the way. Look, just doesn't really fit. This guy clearly out of shape, just like, oh, I'll button it up, it's a black jacket. Yeah, it doesn't work. This blazer, I could use it as a tea cloth. I could use that to do the dishes with. It's just so, it looks like an envelope. It looks like something you could wrap an Amazon parcel in. And then this top, terrible. It's like, you don't need to do that. Just go black or white, or definitely just go for a black top. Like, you don't need to go overboard. These colors are brilliant, like the brown, the green, etc. But I mean, that's about as good as it gets in men's fashion now, but it still looks a little bit, it's just overdone, it's too much. But that's better. This just bog standard shit. You look like a dad. That's what men's fashion is. You look like a dad. He looks like a dad. This is just terrible. That color of brown should never be used. That's diarrhea brown. And then this, he just looks like a schoolboy. Like, why are you, I don't know, like, you just look like it's your first day at work or your first day at sixth form or something like that. It just, men's fashion is just very, very bland, like I said. So, women make statements without overdoing it. And here, just like black, brown, got a little bit of leg out, and then bang, there. But it's a subtle one, because it's not like yellow. It's not like a yellow boot. It's brown. It like merges with the outfit. It's snakeskin, but it's subtly done. It's sexy without being overdone. Now, do I want you guys to wear snakeskin boots? No. There's a very nice, by Philip Plein, which is a bit expensive, but there's a very nice snakeskin jacket that they do, and it's dark green. You could pull that off, but everything else would have to be black. Okay, I'll try and bring it up on screen. I don't know if they sell it anymore. They might have sold out. But it was like a 20 grand dark green, like snakeskin jacket. Everything else would have to be black. You'd have to go for a black jumper, black trousers, black shoes, because that's your one statement piece. You can't then overdo it. What guys do is they'll go, right, green snakeskin jacket, green snakeskin shoes, color-coded, I'm the guy. And it's like, you just look like you've overdone it, man. You look like you've done too much. Whereas you look at this woman here, grey, black, muted dark brown. And this, like, it looks sexy. Like, this looks professional. It looks sexy. It looks down to earth. It's making a statement without overdoing it. And this is why I try and reverse female outfits. But, you know, you do it in a masculine way, and then it suits the female gaze. It's what they would wear. It's what they like. So then when you do it, they also like it. It's a very simple system I've been using for years. So let's bring this up here. Me. This is what guys think it is, right? Men think fashion is money and peacocking. Like, I've got a Gucci coat, and they'll go overboard. They'll wear something like this, where they look like a mob boss in a film. That's too much. Like, you can't, just don't do stuff like this, okay? This is what guys think it is. It's like, yeah, but this costs $3 grand. This costs more than your monthly rent. And it's like, yeah, but you still don't look good. This is what men's fashion actually is, right? Black, dark grey, like subtle whilst being like unbelievable. Like, this coat is about £2,000. It's from Richard James. They call it the Teddy coat. It's alpaca material. Same with this one. But like this is what colour my trousers are, but maybe slightly whiter. You know, this is subtle. Black, brown boots, brown coat, this colour. Like, it all blends. It blends really well. Whereas this is outlandish. It's too much fur, but this blends. This outfit, I've always loved this outfit. This is Boda skins. So Boda skins do leather jackets, probably the best in the world for me. And usually they call this hardware here. This is usually silver or gold or something like that. This one where it's just black on black with a black cap, black trousers, obviously the guy is black, and it's just like, I just think that just works so well. I just think this is such a clean outfit. I think these three outfits are so clean. If you dress like this compared to this guy actually trying to stand out, game changer, honestly, guys. So this is what I mean. This is almost a version of reverse engineering the female gaze and reverse engineering their outfits. So what you've got here is the black top, kind of like a charcoaly grey, black, same here, right? It's basically the same thing. You're just reverse engineering this, but doing it in a masculine manner. That's why it works so well. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Something a little bit different, something based around men's fashion. We're going to be doing a lot more moving forward. I do recommend to go and watch my video on how to be attracted to 99% of women video. I think it was from 2 years ago. I think it's still on the channel. It had a lot of views. So, and it works. It's stuff about simplicity. Like I talked in the video, I think about, like I was saying to the guys the other day, you can't really do like a fade anymore. Everyone has like a fade and stuff like that. I think that era's gone. I think just like kind of one length, one grade, straight over, very normal, very natural. I think that's the way to go in the future. I think just black, normal, natural, no like lines in here, like dashes in the eyebrow. I just think that whole thing's gone. I think the outlandish like 40 grand watch that is big, massive like clock on your wrist and it's big and yellow, that era's gone. I don't know if it ever existed, but I think that era is definitely gone. I think it's too showy-offy. It isn't masculine. And I think you can reverse engineer the female outfits for the female gaze, but in a masculine manner. And it's a trick I've been using for about 2 years, and it's very effective. It really works. It shows you how you should be dressing, and it elevates your fashion game. So if you want to come join us on school, fantastic. If you want to join 1M International, obviously, all the links are below, guys. If you want a one-to-one call with me and we can talk about anything, all the links are below. So I'll speak to you guys soon. Supplements out probably within the next 7 days. Be ready. They're looking fantastic. And my trench coats, my men's gabardine trench coats, highest quality material imaginable for trench coats. It's been called the Rolls-Royce material of trench coats by the designers that I was using to put it together. Dark green, it's going to look amazing. It's about knee length. Guys, they're going to be phenomenal. I've built them all so that you don't have to worry about fashion. Everything's going to be tackled. So yeah, looking forward to it, guys. It's going to be a massive like 14 months ahead from November back round to like the end of the year. I can't wait. So much to show you guys. I'm absolutely buzzing, and I'll speak to you all soon. Have a good one.